In a stunning blow to one of France's most polarizing figures, former President Nicolas Sarkozy has been convicted of criminal conspiracy, linked to secretly accepting millions of euros from Libya's late dictator Muammar Gaddafi. But is this a clear-cut case of justice, or something far more tangled in the web of international politics? Let's dive into the details and uncover what really happened and why it might leave you questioning the whole affair. Just 53 minutes ago, as reported by George Wright from Reuters, Sarkozy was found guilty in a Paris criminal court of this serious charge, which essentially means he was involved in a plot to illegally obtain and use funds that weren't his to take. To put it simply for those new to legal jargon, criminal conspiracy involves agreeing with others to commit a crime, even if the act itself isn't fully carried out. In this instance, the money allegedly came from Gaddafi, the enigmatic Libyan leader who ruled with an iron fist until his downfall in 2011. Gaddafi was notorious for his flamboyant style and controversial policies, often clashing with Western nations who saw him as a rogue figure. Think of him as the ultimate pariah, isolated and criticized for human rights abuses and support for terrorism. But here's where it gets controversial. Sarkozy, who served as France's president from 2007 to 2012, claims the entire case is nothing more than a politically motivated attack designed to tarnish his legacy. The prosecution painted a damning picture, accusing him of using those illicit funds, millions of euros, to bankroll his 2007 election campaign. In return, they alleged, Sarkozy promised Gaddafi help in improving his image abroad, essentially pledging to soften the West's harsh view of him. Imagine the irony. A French leader supposedly aiding a dictator to shed his pariah label, all while securing financial backing that could sway a democratic election. And this is the part most people miss. These weren't just rumors. The evidence included testimonies and documents that pointed to a deliberate scheme. The court, however, cleared Sarkozy of all other charges, including passive corruption, which is like accepting bribes without actively seeking them, and illegal campaign financing. So while he walks away guilty on one count, the acquittal suggests the jury saw some gray areas in the broader allegations. The investigation kicked off in 2013, spurred by accusations from Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, the son of the late leader, who claimed Sarkozy had pocketed millions for his campaign. Then in 2014, Lebanese businessman Ziad Taqiyuddin, a key intermediary between France and Middle Eastern players, came forward with written proof. He asserted that Sarkozy's bid was abundantly funded by Tripoli, and shockingly, those 50 million euros, about 43 million pounds, payments kept flowing even after Sarkozy took office. It's like a plot from a thriller, where money from a foreign despot allegedly propped up a Western democracy. Adding another layer to this saga, Sarkozy's wife, the Italian-born former supermodel and singer Carla Bruni-Sarkozy, faced charges last year related to the Gaddafi affair. She was accused of concealing evidence and collaborating with others in fraudulent activities, though she vehemently denies it all. For context, Bruni-Sarkozy is a global icon known for her music career and high-profile life. So this has been a personal storm for the couple. Since losing his re-election bid in 2012, Sarkozy has been entangled in multiple legal battles, almost as if the spotlight of power invited scrutiny. He recently appealed a February 2024 ruling, where he was convicted of exceeding spending limits on his 2012 campaign, and then enlisting a PR firm to hide it. That landed him a 1-year sentence, with 6 months suspended, meaning he served part of it but not all. And in 2021, he became the first ex-French president to receive a jail term after being found guilty of attempting to bribe a judge back in 2014. Fortunately, in December, a Paris appeals court allowed him to serve that time under house arrest with an electronic tag, avoiding full incarceration. This case raises big questions about accountability for leaders. Should former presidents face the same legal consequences as ordinary citizens? Or does their past role grant them some immunity? Is Sarkozy truly guilty of conspiring with Gaddafi? Or is this a vendetta from political rivals? Some might argue it's a necessary check on power, while others see it as selective prosecution. What do you think? Does this verdict uphold justice? Or is it a symptom of France's turbulent political scene? Share your opinions in the comments. I'd love to hear if you agree, disagree, or have a counterpoint to add to the discussion.